You ready?
Right.
Welcome to another episode of
Knerdout!
I'm Randy, this is Brian, and it's been a little while.
Minutes, yeah, for a minute.
Yeah.
So,
How's everyone doing?
yeah, long time no see, guys. It's great to see you. Missed y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Missed you. I mean, we've talked, but like, not like this.
Yeah.
Should we do like a summary? No,
Oh
no.
my
We'll
God, I wouldn't even know where to start.
I know.
Well, look at all the stuff we've missed. Star Wars, like...
We missed both Boba Fett
Yeah.
and Obi-Wan. Actually, I'm gonna turn off this.
Maybe
air.
Mandalorian Season 2. I don't even remember.
So, see, we already got a glitch here.
Uh-oh. It's gone now.
So I looked to see when the last time we did an episode. It was December 28th of 2020.
Oh my God, yes, that's
So
2 years.
yeah. So it's been at least a year.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then movies and galore. So
Yeah.
obviously I don't know that we can backtrack and just catch it all, but like we'll just go with the flow, right?
Yeah,
right?
fair enough.
Yeah. So
Fair
what's going on?
Nothing, man.
Mm.
This is sweet. Which one is this?
That's the figure arts, Luke.
Okay.
Hey, and just giving you all a heads up, I'm not doing any editing on this, so I'm sorry if you can't get any close-ups of whatever we're talking about. You're gonna have to do research. I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. I'm not doing it. And that's all. That's it. I'm just giving it right there.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's our first time back.
Right,
Whatever.
right,
Let's
and
see how it goes anyway.
the time is limited, and I
Yeah.
guess I mean, look, first and foremost, like it's not that we didn't want to do this ever. We always talk about it all the time.
all the time,
It's-
and
Life happens. You know?
shit never works out. Let's do it tomorrow. All right.
Right.
Can't make it.
Yeah.
You know, it happens.
Yeah. But
We-
here we are. You look
Here we-
good.
Yeah,
you look
man,
good.
you look great too, man. So, what about Star Wars? Like, we can talk about.
Okay, we'll just jump
like-
right into that. Sure, we'll do that.
We saw Luke Jedi Knight. I mean, I'm talking going back to Boba Fett.
I think we talked about Boba Fett.
We did,
Um,
but we saw Luke Jedi Knight live action, Mark
Yeah.
Hamill, and we've seen Darth Vader live action in costume. What do you think about that?
So I loved the Darth Vader stuff from Obi-Wan. I think that
Me too.
saved the show.
Yeah.
I thought that was the most emotional part
So
of
you
it.
didn't like the rest of the show?
No, I did.
All right.
I did like Obi-Wan. I'm not gonna lie. The first two episodes, I had a hard time getting grip of it.
I agree.
But once I got going, I liked it. I do think that it should have been edited into a 2.5 hour long movie, and I guess some fans are doing that now.
Sweet.
And I really think that it would have benefited from that. I think they could have cut out the fat. I think there were some things that were a little cringy. Like, there'd be moments where I'd be like, oh, that's just so cringy. But overall, I did like it.
I liked it a lot. I mean, they understood Darth Vader. They made him look intimidating.
They nailed Vader.
They nailed him,
Yeah.
and they made him Anakin. They made Anakin. They made Hayden
Made him
Christensen
interchangeable in a way.
Yeah, that it's the same guy, and I believe you believe it's the same guy. And like I thought it was money. I loved the Vader, and I loved it. Reva, I know everybody hates to love Reva. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't get why everybody hates her.
Do you think that people?
Like,
Do you think everybody really hates her, or do you think it's just like the loudest people's
I think
voice
it's people just being
echoes?
dicks.
Just being dicks.
I
do
think it's
too.
people being dicks that just it doesn't matter what they'll do.
Right.
They'll
They-
say it sucks.
There's certain things that you can obviously get a rise off people and
Yeah.
they go for it because
Yeah.
that's their only ability to like get attention.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
It's like they're not creative enough to come up with something original.
Yeah.
So they'll just rip on it.
By the way, spoilers in here.
Oh, yeah,
I do
sorry.
think that it would have benefited the whole show if they would have killed Reva.
Or kept her evil. I don't like the whole redemption thing.
So I liked the redemption. I just felt that they could have paced it out a little bit longer.
Mhm.
Like maybe if they're going to keep her alive,
No,
maybe save the redemption for the next series that they're going to end up doing.
or that, yeah.
Oh, and you know what? Ewan McGregor is money too. Like
Dude,
I think he's perfect. Like I really could not think of anyone who could play a better Obi-Wan. I don't even think Alec Guinness can play a better.
well, I mean,
Obi-Wan.
the whole thing is because it's like what's so weird is this made me nostalgic for the prequels.
I think it made a lot of people.
Like it really made
Yeah.
me miss the prequels.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
people like Hayden Christensen now.
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
remember that? I for the record, I never hated Hayden Christensen. Never. And I'm not just saying that to be trendy. I never hated him. I don't think he would have been my first choice, but I thought that his struggle was with the writing, not with his performance or his ability
Yeah, and
to
with
play.
a shitty green screen and having
Yeah.
nothing to interact with. I mean, it's like, but I was a prequel hater.
Yeah, you were.
I've been very
You were.
hard on them, and it's like.
So now you like the prequels?
I like the prequels a lot. Yeah,
you always liked Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
though.
I've always liked Revenge of the Sith.
Which, by the way, I rewatched that, and that really is like legitimately. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah,
like I like Revenge of the Sith. I'll tell you one of my biggest complaints about Obi-Wan, and then I'll tell you the solution to it, is that I do think some of the effects were grainy, and I think that they really should have spent a couple extra bucks and fixed that up. And here's my solution. Here's what I think they should do. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I think they should cut the show together as one, put a little bit of money in the effects, and release it theatrically. I would go see it. And that way they could clean up the effects and they can have money to do it. They can make more money on it. They can kind of edit it as one story.
I'm not going to not see a Star Wars movie.
Right, but you don't like that?
Like, I like the whole episodic thing.
Okay.
Like in episode 3, when you saw Vader come out and stride, I mean, we got to see the Dark Lord of the Sith murder and strangle
badass.
Innocent people and, like, move like a badass, and the armor, he moved like a young man.
Yes.
And that armor, like, that's all I've wanted to see my whole life.
That was my favorite episode, and then my favorite scene was the final, not the final scene, but the scene where Obi-Wan slices through his helmet, and that was intense. Like I was like doing.
You didn't kill him.
I
did.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty deep. That's some deep shit.
That was deep shit.
Like, yeah, I loved it.
That was like
the 5th episode, the cat and mouse, where it's like with the flashback. Where it's like,
yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I like that a lot.
So hold on, I gotta do this. I'm gonna get paranoid. All right, go. So like, where would you rate? Okay, so we didn't talk about Book of Boba Fett, and we don't have to go into it. I've got to be honest with you. I didn't hate Book of Boba Fett, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why. One of the reasons is because my son and I watched it, and he loved it. Like, it was his favorite Star Wars. Yeah, so it's like, oh shit. So it's that, like, he didn't enjoy Obi-Wan that much. He thought it was kind of boring. But Book of Boba Fett, he's like, I loved it. Can't wait for another season. So when that happened, it did increase my love for it.
Okay.
But with that said, I don't think Boba Fett was handled right. And right in the sense of, like, I'm an entitled person. Yeah. Like, I'm an entitled Star Wars fan. I didn't think it was right. And also, like, it didn't get good until Mandalorian came out.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to see him be, like, more badass.
Yeah.
Like, he was too moral and too noble. It's like, come on, man.
Which isn't
the underworld.
Right. Which isn't a problem for him to get to that place. But I didn't feel like I don't feel like his journey got him to that place.
I know. I agree.
To be honest with you, and I also hated and this is all things that people talked about. We're just reiterating our thoughts. But I think the whole, like, flashback forward thing, it wasn't clean.
With the Sand People.
Yeah, I think if they would have just made a show where he spent the time with the Sand People and then cut that and then did another season where it was like that, I think that would have been better off. But
yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't love that show, but I didn't hate it. Right. I was completely fine with it.
Look, I guess I'm a mark for Star Wars, but I do like to watch that kind of stuff on. Like, I liked Wednesday morning. I would wake up early, and I'd like to put in my space adventures, and I'd like to watch my space stuff, and then come to the shop and talk to people about my space adventures. So, like, yeah, it's my space soap operas. Like, I'm not saying that, like, I would have written it exactly that way, or that I don't have criticisms, because I do. There was some really cheesy, corny stuff.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
But I think I'm at a place where I'm like, look, man. If I can go through life with new Star Wars every couple months and enjoy it, or without, I want it. I don't know what else to say.
And it's like, you know what?
Life is tough, man. I want some Star Wars.
And it's like, anything that keeps going will eventually jump the shark.
Yeah, there's going to be highs and
jump
lows.
The shark. I mean, and like, what I thought the most ridiculous, insulting part of that show was when she hid under Obi-Wan's trench coat.
So that was a bad one.
And the chase.
But the chase.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're running. Oh no, there's a bridge.
It was embarrassing. Like, the way that, like, Flea is running like that. Yeah. Like, who was running like that?
Oh,
like that was ridiculous. And those were things where they should have gone back and be like, all right, let's fix that up.
Let's get a stunt coordinator.
Yeah.
Like,
let's rewind.
Don't
this
run
one.
like that.
Right. but yeah, like. Look, Star Wars.
Still love it.
Star Wars gives me new action figures, and I'm an action figure junkie. I want new action figures. And by the way, the vintage collection figures, which I'm hardcore into, they've gotten so good. So there.
Let me see.
All right, so
yeah, show some shit up.
Here, like again, I'm not gonna edit this stuff in.
I'm excited
like,
for this show.
Look at me too. But look, like the small Ahsoka is as good as the big one. I'm a small scale. I'm a 3/4 inch guy, so it's like that's my bag. Like, look at the dead trooper.
Wow, she's even got elbows.
Yeah, check out bend her knees. It's the most incredible articulation I've ever seen. No, fully bend them. Like I love the hidden. No, give them a go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Don't you love that?
Yeah, that is sweet.
So you bend the knees and they kind of like hide underneath the puff of the pants.
That's
It is
sweet.
brilliant. Like I think I spent like many hours on my couch just admiring the knee bending. Well, you know, that's what it is.
Sweet.
Yeah. But
this show's gonna be good.
what do you think about Andor? Andor's coming up.
I'm excited. When is that? Like soon, right?
Yeah. So San Diego Comic-Con is next weekend. I think it's like a couple. Like I think it's like early August. Andor is obviously going to be the 45-year-old to 55-year-old adult show that all the adults are going to love.
So we'll love it, you think?
Yeah, because it's going to be darker and it's going to be grittier. It's going to be a little less it's going to be like Rogue One.
Gotcha. Which is sweet.
It is. I do too. But again, I like I like the Jabba's Palace stuff too. Like I do like that, but I know that a lot of Star Wars fans, typically the older ones, like I think so I was like 5 when Star Wars: A New Hope came out, right? Yeah. So Return of the Jedi was
when A New Hope came out.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
You were like,
I was 4. Wait, 70.
It came out 77.
Oh yeah, I was 1.
Yeah.
All right, so I watched it in the theater for the re-release in '79. So I was really young. I do remember it, but Return of the Jedi was the one that I remembered the most clearly. Like it was the one I connected to the most. And I think those people who were like 12 or 13 when A New Hope came out, like, I think they hated Return of the Jedi. It was too cartoony for them. So I think really Star Wars is a big gap of like where what one you're connected to because of the timing. Because I'll talk to people who come in my shop and they'll be like, I don't know what the age is, like 18-year-old, 19-year-old kids, and they'll love Attack of the Clones the best. Like, they're like, that's my favorite one. And I'm like, oh, that's rough. And they're like, well, that's the one I remember seeing in the theater. And
I've heard so many people, they a little young, well, actually a lot younger than us, but not, they've sold me on the prequels. Like, dude, yeah, that's the best part. Like Sith, my favorite Star Wars of all.
Yeah,
and they're talking,
I like Revenge of the Sith.
I do too. Movie. But they're talking about like Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, like we were talking about Mark Hamill.
Yes,
it is that to them, and it's like 100%. Holy shit,
100%. So like when we get to like, when we get to the sequels, does that generation in 15 years from now, are they like, I love Last Jedi?
We're gonna find out.
We are gonna find out.
I don't know. I mean, I can't see it, but yeah, probably.
Again, like, I still we'll move on from Star Wars, but I still hold my opinion that I liked Force Awakens. I really did.
Yeah, me too. I loved it. I watched it the other night. I really enjoyed the shit out of it.
And I do have to rewind, because I remember we did an episode on Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, oh, I like Rise of Skywalker. And I will say I've watched it recently. Rise of Skywalker's terrible.
Yeah,
like it is bad.
It's real bad. I wish J.J. Abrams could have done them all.
Do you?
Yeah, because if he would have done 8, it'd be totally different. There's no way he ever would have created that crap.
Yeah.
Like, that derailed it.
So
for a little bit. I think they're back on task right now,
I do
but
too,
it derailed it.
The thing is though, like the whole current like trajectory is to build up the rise of the First Empire. The First Order. Yeah. So now they're rebuilding that. And so like when they get to that point, like, are they gonna make those sequels awesome again?
I don't know. I'm curious. I don't know.
Again, there are things I loved about him. I love Kylo Ren. I like Rey. I, you know, whatever. Blah blah blah. Like the night. But I mean, I think that they will. I think they're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna have to add. Oh,
yes.
I guess half the stuff that makes us love Star Wars wasn't even in it.
Yeah.
Like that stuff you think about. No, you heard it or you read it or it happened in something. It did not happen. If you went on just the first movies, there's not a lot to go on.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I am kind of getting sick of. This is kind of going to be sacrilege to people. I'm getting sick of what's not Jon Favreau. What's the other guy who does Clone Wars?
Filoni.
I'm kind of getting sick of Filoni's world. Like, like you know what I mean? Like I sense like his characters and his passion for the characters and I'm starting to get sick of his story.
Okay.
Like you know, does that make sense? Like I'm kind of sick of I've never been attached to the Clone Wars characters and that storytelling, and I think that they're pushing that a little bit too much for me.
So you didn't like, not Wrecking Crew, but what is it?
Bad Batch. Like there was 3 episodes that I liked, and everything else was filler. Okay. I don't know. I'm just saying, like I respect Dave Filoni. I just think that he loves his stuff that he created so much, and I think that they need to, like, you know, maybe like chill out a little bit.
Fair enough. Dude, this Wolverine is the shit.
Yeah, so that is my favorite Wolverine, other than the cell shading. I don't like the cell shading on that.
All right.
That's from the VHS box set they did.
Dude, I mean,
it's a great figure though, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, this is sweet.
Yeah, it is. I just wish that they would release that without the cell shading. Like that's as good as it gets.
Do they? Oh,
the yellow might have. The yellow maybe could be a tone richer.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Dude, I mean, like, whoa.
Yeah, it's fun. Hasbro's toys are truly, like, peaking. Like, they are the best. I went
to Target, and I was looking. I haven't looked at a toy section in a little bit. Transformers look pretty amazing.
Yeah, Transformers have gotten good.
Like, yeah, all the figures look amazing, except that stupid painted biker scout. What's up with that?
The painted biker scout.
It's like he's a biker scout, but he's got metallic on him.
Oh yeah.
Like, what were they thinking with that?
So yeah, they're just trying to fill shelves with an exclusive. That stuff isn't for me. Like if it's not, like, to be honest with you, they do a lot of Star Wars figures of like the Battlefront games and that stuff, and that I really don't care about that stuff. It's just like, again, that's fine that they can make it because it's not hurting anything. I just really don't care about the video game characters. Like they don't bring anything out of me. But if they make them for other people, that's fine. Transformers is decent. The problem is with Transformers is that here we are. I made a lot of criticism, but here we are, like, how many years later since we started this thing, and they're still doing the same.
I know the ceremonial Starscream, but
exactly,
pretty good.
Exactly. Yeah. We could talk about the Hasbro packaging thing. That's the most controversial thing.
Why? What? Tell me.
I'll tell you this. This is also, if you're a toy collector, this is old news, but it's still at the peak. So Hasbro has made a decision to eliminate all plastic from packaging, and then their goal was to eliminate it completely by, I think it was the end of this year. So they're introducing now these windowless packages, and they're not flying.
Okay.
Like, I'm an opener. I open everything except for, I think we'll get to the vintage collection. I think Star Wars vintage collection. I think even though I'm a figure opener, I think that's a huge mistake for them to eliminate the plastic.
Yeah, that is half the people that buy it for that card,
and they have to realize that. They can't be so tone deaf to that. But the thing is first of all, you're eliminating plastic to sell plastic seems like it's a little counterproductive. It's like, I think the intention is great. Mm-hmm. It's just like, I just don't think it works. And as an opener, I think it theoretically shouldn't bother me, but as a toy collector, you can't see the paint. You can't see, you know what I mean? And like, unless Hasbro's going to guarantee that every item is perfect, and like,
do they have samples of the packaging, like what it looks like?
Yeah. Go online, like all of them. It looks cheap. Like it looks
okay.
Actually, here I'll show you.
Is it just like a box?
Yeah. Here's I don't have any of the fully boxed examples, but this is the new Transformers package, and that's eliminating. And you could touch the figure, which is gross because I'm nasty. Like, I don't like people touching my figures, you know. Like, I don't need people's fingerprints all over my figures. But they're eliminating that as well, and they're going straight to just like a completely closed box. I don't know. Look, again, I open everything, so it really, like, I really could care less. Except for vintage collection, occasionally I'll keep a package one. It doesn't matter to me. But as a store owner, because I have as a toy store owner,
you want to show that shit off, man.
I think people need to see that, and even if it's just a little bit. And I think that it's going to. I don't think it's going to kill action figures. I think action figure collectors are action figure collectors. If you need a fix, you need a fix.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bad decision, and I think ultimately it's going to be reversed. But
that just sounds like a real bad idea. I mean, use less plastic, even if they put them
Right.
in a window box.
Right, and
Just
make
with
the
a little bit of plastic,
Right,
or like
right.
cellophane or whatever. But
I agree. I
those
think
grimy mitts on your toy.
yeah, I
Oh.
don't want people touching, and I don't want to see a photograph of the toy I'm gonna buy. I kind of want to see the toy I'm gonna buy. I think there's, and I think the intentions are great. Let's do all sorts of great things for the environment. I think that's a swell thing to do. But you're selling plastic.
Yeah.
And you're eliminating plastic. It's like it just seems
They're
to me
talking less than penny. Like they're not saving much, you know. I mean,
yeah, I guess the point is that like people dispose of the wasting plastic, but there's just gotta be another way that they can contribute to the problem in another way where consumers can still look at the product that they want to buy. I mean, ultimately, money is what talks for these companies. Don't kid yourselves. They can be environmentally conscious, but they're all about the dollar.
Yeah.
So let's not kid ourselves. If the action figure community, the toy community, puts up enough of a stink, they're going right back to it. If they don't buy their product, they're going right back to it. But again, I open my action figures. I don't know what the purpose is of staring at an action figure in a box, personally. Unless it's vintage, I understand, don't get me wrong. And vintage collection, I also
but
think...
a modern toy, they make them better now than they've ever made them. Yeah, I want to play with it.
Yeah, I don't want to keep... Where's Storm Shadow? You're going to love this guy. This is the new G.I. Joe Classified Sword. I don't want to keep this in the package. Like, what's the point? It is beautiful.
Holy shit.
Best Storm Shadow. I mean...
That's perfect.
Classified is where my heart is right now. Although I am getting a little nervous.
Why?
Because they do these reveals and they show these digital mock-ups.
Yeah.
And first of all, it's hard to really communicate all the detail in a digital mock-up until a finished product. So it's like I'm seeing these and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like some of the pictures don't look as great as the final product. And I'll give them credit on that. I think that they're going a little bit too cartoon style. And you don't see it on that. But like, I don't want to see exact replicates of the old toys. I've been there. I lived the old toys. I lived 25th anniversary. I love it all. I really like that. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
That's really cool.
I want my G.I. Joes to be inspired by that look. I want them to have that look. But, you know, I don't need it to have exact replicants of what the original look like.
Do they have a Major Blood yet?
No, yeah.
Is he sweet?
Yeah, he is sweet. Hold on. Actually, I just I have an open one, so you're not gonna really.
Oh. Nice. I just want to see what he looks.
Yeah, he's sweet.
Yeah, they're doing.
That's the best line. That's the best line.
These are cool.
Yeah. For your money, you get the best thing. It's the best.
These are sweet. Wow.
Have you bought an action figure?
It's been a while.
What was the last thing you? So you
I'm
don't
buying books, man.
What's the most recent book you bought? That's a tough one, huh?
I just picked up a Marvel Spotlight #6, which is the second appearance of the Ghost Rider.
Okay. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was a little expensive. I paid like $400 for it.
Okay.
And for a second appearance, it's kind of it was damn near mint.
Have you gone into grading yet, or you're still not grading?
I'm not grading.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm not. But I'm gonna wait a little bit till I have like a surplus. Actually, till I need money, and then I'll start doing it. You know, I think the whole grading scene is gonna go through a metamorphosis anyway.
You do? How so? I'm curious.
Because it's so inconsistent right now, and I think that CBCS is gonna even up the playing field.
What is CBS another company?
Yeah,
okay.
CBCS is number 2 for grading, and in a lot of ways they're actually a little bit better. But I just think the comic book market is in such a weird spot right now. It's actually in a recession a little bit.
Okay.
It's going down.
Yeah.
Everything's leveling back off.
Right, because I mean a year ago you couldn't get bigger than collectibles.
And I mean, are toys the same way?
Yes.
So that's sweet.
I definitely found a drop in collecting, but not like
a drop in collecting or a drop in high prices.
Oh, both. Yeah,
okay.
high prices, because things were getting to the point where they were outrageous. Like
how comics
yeah,
were.
yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah,
like I'm not gonna pay that. I don't care how how hip this is right now, how in style it is. I'm not paying it.
Yeah, it just got ridiculous.
Yep.
I did. I don't even think we talked about this, but I did send in a big stack of books to grade. You pressed them, and when I got them back, I got like a dopamine rush from it.
It's exciting.
It was awesome.
It's exciting.
It was so exciting. Like I wanted to send. Like it was truly like crack. Like it was a buzz.
Yeah.
I wish they could find a way to make the process easier and quicker, and I'm sure they do.
It's not fun.
No.
Sending them in isn't fun. Shipping them isn't fun. And
so that's the same with action figure grading. I actually have some really sweet. Can I show you
real
quick
what
I got? Oh my god! Oh, I picked this up. This was like the big nuts for me.
Oh boy, dude, this is.
I'll start with the small timers.
Okay, sweet.
So these are some things I'm going in to get graded.
Oh, wow.
And it's just because like one of my favorites.
Okay.
That's the Robotech Scott Bernard.
He'd be nice.
I had a chance to. I can't believe it. I went to a show and they were case fresh and he had a Rick Hunter. And for some reason I didn't buy the Rick Hunter and after I was gone, I was like, why didn't I buy the Rick Hunter? I would love a Rick Hunter graded.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's not bad. I wish it didn't have the KB sticker in, but the KB sticker does add some character.
I love the KB sticker. Wow.
So this is another favorite. Lieutenant Falcon from G.I.
Nice.
Joe. That is my favorite non-Snake Eyes version 2 G.I. Joe figure.
Nice.
And they're probably graded an 8. What's amazing is we were talking about how prices have skyrocketed. That I got that at a good deal at $250. That's a good deal.
I believe it.
Isn't that crazy though? Because I remember like it feels like just a couple of years ago you could get a carded Falcon for $100, $80, and it's not.
Wow.
You ready for the big dog?
Yeah, I want to see the big dog.
This is such a history to it.
Oh my goodness.
I did it. I paid a lot for it. Yeah. I paid a lot for it, but so that's the Power of the Force, Luke Jedi Knight. What do you think that would grade for? Now, keep in mind, like, it does have some yellow bubble, but from what I understand is they don't take that.
Counts against
I don't think it counts against it. What do you think I would get on it?
I mean, an 8,
yeah,
maybe? What I'm guessing. I mean, it's like, it looks perfect, but then you get up on it, there's a ding, but
regardless, that was probably the most I ever spent on a action figure for myself.
How much?
So I got a good deal on it.
Okay.
I paid about $700 for it.
All right.
And immediately looked it up, and you can't find one for under $1,600, and that's in worse condition. So I did good. And I thank Nick for that. He was like, "Dude, buy that. You're an idiot if you don't buy it." And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "No, you're an idiot." And he's like, "I'm gonna buy it if you don't." Man.
Where did you get it from?
I went to the King County Toy Show in Illinois for the first time, which was that's like a legendary show.
Really?
Yeah, it's like been around for like the last 40 years, and that was the show that you go to if you want to find anything. I will say it was fantastic, but again, you can't dig through a bin like you used to and find gold. Like it's just not happening. Like everybody and their mom is collecting action figures and toys and comics and trading cards now, so it's really hard.
I can't believe cards are back.
Yeah,
that blows my mind. Cards, really?
It is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if you love it though, but cards are even. What I don't like about cards are they're graded even harder than comic books.
Yeah, because there's
it's just like I can't see it. I've seen cards I thought were perfect. It's like a 5/5.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't see it.
It's a lot about the alignment of the card too,
which is crazy because that's crazy that it's born the wrong way. So it can't get a good grade, but
it
that's
makes sense though. Like, did you ever collect trading cards of any sort? Like Marvel, not even the Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, I bought them, but never would know what they were worth.
I did. I collected, and like if I had a Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie and it was offset, it was a bummer. Like it was like you'd be like, hey, I'm happy that I have this, but it is a bummer.
Yeah.
So I get it. But yeah, trading cards are like it's slowed down, but it's still like I think that there's like a year-long wait to get things graded.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy. But out of all things to get graded, trading cards make most sense to me because you can still see both sides.
I get it. I get it. You're not gonna read it.
You're not gonna read it. Like I'll look at these beautifully acrylic encased loose action figures.
Oh.
And they're beautifully presented, and I'm just like,
touch it.
I can't touch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. If you do that, I respect
Yeah.
that. I'm just saying that I need to touch my action
That's how I'm with
figure.
comic books.
Yeah.
I want to smell them, touch
Yeah.
them, look at them, not really read them, but I want to like touching it in a slab and just touching it in a bag is completely a whole different experience. And I like changing the bags. You know, like got to upgrade it, put it in a better every few years.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's part of the OCD process.
yeah, and it's like
I like to put my loose figures into like little plastic like clamshells to store them with the weapons, but I just knowing that I'm able to remove them at whatever moment I can, like, that's important.
these are sweet. Now, what's his
That's
name?
Vintage Collection, man. They're the articulation.
Who
Star
is it?
Wars.
I know.
Hasbro.
No, who's the character?
Oh,
What's
that's
his name?
the
Come on.
the Mandalorian Death
Trooper
Squad or
Death
something.
Squad?
Yeah,
All right.
something Death.
Is this one of the like dudes that was with what's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think there was that scene where all the Bobas came down to I think he was one of the Bobas.
Nice, and they no removable helmets. Sweet, I love it.
Yeah, I like it. No removable helmet.
Yeah,
I think
looks better.
Yeah, this is. Do you?
That's
I love these Joes. This is a wild new development that's worth showing. I think this is pretty brand new. Actually, I don't even think they've been announced. McFarlane Toys is doing new superpower figures. Yeah. And they're doing a couple vehicles, and they're doing a Superman, Batman, and they're going for the same aesthetic, and the packaging is beautiful. Like
yeah, I can see this.
But I don't like the character choices they're making, because McFarlane seems to only go with like the current designs, which makes sense. Like, but I don't know. I love the idea of it. Superpowers is still my favorite superhero action figure line of all time, and
they're keeping that old aesthetic, huh?
I love it. Yeah,
I mean that's really cool.
The door's open for that. Like, I can't wait.
People are gonna tear this up.
Yeah,
like, this is gonna be huge.
Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah, and I think DC's making a huge freaking comeback.
You do?
I think DC is gonna own soon. I think Marvel is sort of taking a backseat.
I do agree
a little bit, and DC stepping it up and getting better.
So, what is the thing that, like, personally, I think the biggest advantage to DC now is that they're no longer doing that, like, connected world thing.
They're just doing what they want. They're doing adult stories.
Yeah.
Which, for stuff like that, nothing sells like violence. You know, not just violence, but adult stuff that adults can relate with. And, you know, it's like the type of thing, if you got an advanced kid, you let them watch it.
Right.
It's really not like... Marvel's just juvenile. I think right now, especially now. Like,
I like it if it pertains to the character. It's just that like I just watched Doctor Strange 2. First of all, I'm not a Doctor Strange fan. Like, I just don't like the character. I like Sam Raimi, and I felt that the movie didn't really stand on its own. I think I
haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Like, how bad is that?
It's good. It's actually a good movie, and I'd like to watch it again.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm kind of sick of watching this connectivity. Like,
and
they're starting to do that
old for you.
It is getting old. It's like they're trying to, like, everything has to, like, all the storytelling is just to benefit some future moment.
Yeah, that's what I thought about Eternals. I'm like,
no, see, I didn't mind Eternals.
I just didn't think it was boring to me. Shang-Chi was like too cute.
I like Shang-Chi.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything, but it was like...
No, I get what you're saying. Like, I like Spider-Man. We didn't talk about...
I like Spider-Man a lot.
Yeah,
and that was
cutesy, but it fits the character.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mean to say it's too juvenile. I don't know what it is. It's just sometimes I want something a little bit more adult, and DC's giving it. Like, I loved Peacemaker.
Peacemaker was great.
Oh my god!
You watching The Boys?
You know what? I watched season 1. I got to get caught. I know. I'm a terrible nerd. I didn't even finish Stranger Things yet.
Stranger Things was good, but it really is just like...
And Star Trek, for that matter. I still have to finish.
I can't get the Plex to work. I can't watch it.
What do you mean you can't get it?
I don't know, man. You should stop by and try to figure it out.
Yeah, I will. There's something goofy.
It is goofy, but it's like, it sucks. I can't watch any of that stuff. And then this is a little backwards, but I didn't like Moonlight. I tried. I didn't like it.
It was sort of boring.
It was.
It was real boring.
I wanted to
real,
like it.
like, yeah.
For moments, it was something bizarre and cool, and then it would steer away from that immediately, and so it didn't have any identity. But
like, are they gonna do a season 2 even? Like,
I don't know. It didn't seem like people were responding.
Yeah,
really
I don't
well
think anybody cared for it, and that was supposed to be the best one.
Yeah, the costume was cool.
The costume was
maybe
cool.
it matches the true nature of Moon Knight anyway. Maybe he's just a cool looking character that really doesn't have that cool of a story.
They could have made it a cool story, though. I mean,
know.
they could have done whatever they wanted. I'm like, they're gonna make it a piece on mental health. Like,
I mean, that's okay. I just didn't. I didn't really find that to be a problem. I just didn't.
Boring.
I don't know. It's boring.
Yeah,
I thought the Stephen Grant character got irritating.
Yeah.
And that bothered me. But whatever. You can't like everything.
Yeah. And I didn't hate it. I was, I don't know about this. Yeah.
Like, there were moments I liked, and then there were moments that I was like, ugh, this is cringy. Yeah, I mean, are we getting too much stuff? Probably, but like, I'm not complaining because you can turn it off if you don't want to watch it. Like, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, and it's still an amazing time to be able to like.
Amazing time to be a nerd. There is so much.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
like,
yeah. You know what?
Especially now, like. Star Wars, Star Trek on at the same time.
So you're liking Star Trek?
Yeah, okay. I mean, the finale was just happened, you know, and I'm like 6 episodes. I'm so behind on everything, but yeah, I've
heard it was good. I've heard it was good.
It's like the best Star Trek they've had in a long time because it just hits all thrusters of like the old school swashbuckling, like sweetness.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good time.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's like, yes, it is. I'm glad I'm a nerd.
Yeah, yeah. What do you, so is there anything you're like looking forward to?
Yeah, Halloween ends. I'm super
so I didn't, okay, I didn't like that second. We never talked about
okay,
that.
We didn't talk about
I didn't like that second Halloween movie.
Why did you not like it?
All right, so.
The 27 kills wasn't doing it for you?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Like, the tone of it was so drastically different than the first one, and it like to the point where it was like, the first one was like, we're gonna make a Halloween movie, and the second one was, we're gonna make a Halloween straight to video, and it was clearly intentional. Like, it had to have been intentional.
What, did it went straight to?
No, that it looked like it was like, it looked.
What made you say that about it? Like, I loved it. That's probably one of my favorite Halloween movies.
Really?
Yeah, probably my favorite one. I loved it more than anything.
Maybe I should watch it again. Sometimes the movies I like the most are ones I hated the first time around. I don't know.
Maybe the flashback sequences I thought were amazing. Like that they went back to 1978. The kill scenes were absolute brutal. They had... like, all the characters they circled back with, I really liked it.
It was the dialogue was corny, and I think it was intentional.
Probably.
And then I thought the
evil dies tonight.
The cinematography was. I didn't like the style of cinematography that they used. Like, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's. I'm not a film buff, but like the filters and everything. Like the first one.
It was tinted.
Yeah,
I didn't like the tinting.
I didn't, man. And it made me feel like, have you ever, when you buy a new TV, they have this soap opera set.
I hate it.
Oh
my god, I hate it. Right. I know exactly. Yeah, the 60 frames per second.
Yes.
It's like everybody's like.
So I just got a new TV, and I got it, and it was causing my blood pressure to rise. So, like, obviously I went through a whole thing of researching, and I got angry because I'm like, why do you give people this TV with this setting? Like, I get it. It's for sports. I get it. But it is the worst thing in the world. And to watch a like, I was watching that Wolf, what is the HBO series, the Ridley Scott, a Wolf, oh man, it's a sci-fi series.
Is it good?
It was pretty good.
I want to watch it now.
But I watched it, I watched like third episode because I just got a new TV and that setting, and it makes everything look so corny. It looks like
it looks like you're seeing it with your own eyes.
Yes,
which is amazing.
Yes, but
you don't want it to look like that. You want it to look like
a film.
Yeah, you want it to look like a film. You don't want it moving. Like, I think it's 60p. I hate it too.
So, anyways, the Halloween second movie in that run, it kind of has that look to it.
All right, you think he's got a video? Okay.
I think it's a video look.
All right.
I just gotta keep it. But you know, whatever. Like, I mean, I do know a lot of people liked it. Did you see? You didn't see Thor? That's
not yet.
No.
Did you?
No. I'll be honest. I wait. I don't mind
Disney
going
Plus?
to. Yeah, I wait for
Yeah,
Disney
me too.
Plus.
For that, I will.
The only I'm trying to think of what would, like, I didn't even see Top Gun yet. I hear that you saw it.
Yeah.
Is it really that good?
Yeah, it's that
All
good.
right, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a casual Top Gun fan. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the theater as a kid, and I think that ruined it for me. Like, I saw Top Gun like on VHS, and I thought it was fine.
Okay.
But I don't like out of all the '80s movies,
Yeah.
Top Gun isn't like the one where I'm like Top Gun. Like, it's all right. Top Gun's fine.
It's great. It's like great because not everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like they don't try and make you look differently. It's the same characters. Like, no, that's how it's good. I loved it. I really loved it.
I have to see it because everyone says it's really that good.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
just
that good.
Like, I got nothing against Tom Cruise movies, to be honest with you. I think I like more Tom Cruise movies than I don't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think there's.
It's like The Force Awakens.
Uh-huh.
Sort of. It's a lot like the first one, but not a carbon copy.
Okay.
But it has enough in it that it's like, yeah, this feels like a freaking sequel to Top Gun, and it's awesome, and it's completely over the. I don't think you'll be able to put up with the end of it.
Okay.
You'll be annoyed.
All right.
Because it's crazy, but it's good.
All
it's
right.
like you let it go, and then I couldn't have it.
And I assure you, I can let it go. Like,
yeah, you gotta let it go
all right,
now.
all right.
So, but yeah, it's sweet.
All right, I'm excited. I mean, I got to see that. Yeah, like, I can't think of anything else that, like, has me, like, the days of a new sci-fi, story seem to be gone. Like, why can't we get...
Like a new alien story?
Yeah, like, why can't we get a new movie not taking place in Star Wars, but is, like, spaceships and space soldiers and enemy robots? Why can't we get that? I know it's expensive. Don't get me wrong. I know it's expensive to make that.
Because they're not willing to take the risk on an original idea.
I know.
But I
like,
could. Yeah.
Technology has come so far. Like, with that whole, like, look, I had my criticisms with the Obi-Wan series, but I didn't think the Mandalorian looked cheap. I think Book of Boba Fett looked pretty good. There was a couple things, but like, you can do that and maybe put a little bit more money into a movie or something, like, right? Like, technology's nuts.
It is. Like, and I invented it, what they're doing in Star Wars. I invented it. It was my idea. To have, like, a backdrop on I wish I could dig up my videos. I would have a backdrop on a TV and then have something in front of it, which is exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Like, that's how they do it. I thought it up in, like, 90s. And it's like...
It's like a dome, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's more than...
The thing is, though,
I
is
love that they do that because the
yeah.
actors have something to go off.
But they don't use that same backdrop as the backdrop in the show. Like, they'll duplicate it, right? Like, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, do they videotape whatever they're seeing and just put that in?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like, I don't think it's composited. I think they do it, like, right in the count.
That's
wild. And it's like, the whole thing is, it's crazy because I watched some of the behind the scenes footage, and it's like, what's his name? Pedro Pascal was sitting there with Ewan McGregor. I mean, I think they do them right next to each other.
Wow.
Like, they cut down, like, they knock that shit out in is as small a place as they can and just, whew,
that's wild.
Like, the mouse makes his Star Wars, like, make it.
Yeah. I mean, they've got this stuff.
It looks good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's parts of it that look.
It looks good enough. It's just that there's like, for example, like, I'm trying to think of a good, like, there's a couple parts where I'm like, if you would have just cleaned that up a little bit more, that could have been an iconic, like moment forever. You know, it's like
when you pulled the ship down.
No, I like that. I didn't have any issue with that. I didn't either.
Well, what did you think looked bad?
You know what? I remember, like, I think when they went into the water scene, when they went, like, all the water was like when they went into the tomb.
Yeah.
I for some reason I thought that looked a little cheesy. And then there's a couple scenes when he's talking to Ice Cube's son in that, like, headquarters.
Yeah.
And I felt like it looked a little cheap.
Okay, my biggest complaint about that show that I thought just took me out of it was the Star Destroyer chase.
Yeah,
when the Obi-Wan ship was like,
that was
come on,
cheesy.
really? I was like,
that was
no.
a little cheesy.
Yeah, that I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I initially had an issue with the Princess Leia stuff, but I got over it.
okay.
She really was good. It's just that, like, do we need to have a kid in every Star Wars thing? Like, do we need that? And I like
it worked in the Ewok adventure.
Well, I mean, we got Grogu, baby Grogu.
Yeah.
We got what's her name, Omega, and
Omega and what?
in Bad Batch. Is it
Yeah,
Omega?
I need to watch. I've only seen a couple
It's
of.
all right. It's all
Well,
right.
well, I like it. I mean,
You'll like it. You'll like it more than I will.
all right.
The episodes that are good, and then the episodes that are filler.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
The hell is this?
Okay, so that's the Super 7 Ultimates, Optimus Prime.
It's pretty sweet.
You like it?
I'm sort of really thinking this is sweet.
Really?
I like it.
See, now I thought you would like it more than me because you like that cartoon aesthetic.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I wish he transformed, but
Yeah, he's got his articulation should be. Look, if you're gonna make a non-transforming Transformer, I think the articulation's got to be better.
I agree. I just think it's neat.
It is neat. I actually it came with the old toy head as well, and I actually really liked it.
Nice.
The toy head, but it seems like it's more natural that it should be with that. Wait, sorry. I just want to make sure
We
that.
still recording?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wait. Let me make sure. This is gonna be all right.
All right.
Yeah. So, now both of us are really not into Transformers Masterpiece like we used to be, but they
No.
finally announced that Jetfire,
Really?
the Skyfire. Did you see that? That's a
No.
big deal.
Yeah, that's a big deal. When will it be out?
I don't remember. I think
Really?
soon. It's actually reasonably priced and it's giant.
Well, they probably have to do that. No, I mean, all right.
All right, we'll give it a roll. Like I already ran. We already screwed it up.
Yeah, we lost the end of our show. Goddamn it.
Well, that's a good time.
So, it wouldn't be Nerd without.
Right,
you know?
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we talked about Jetfire, cool. We talked about Transformer Masterpieces, whatever. They're cool. I got a train. I got a
train.
I got a reboost. And
Jetfire's coming back, affordably priced.
Right,
Maybe
right.
we'll get it.
Right.
Maybe. Who knows? It's possible.
right. And then we talked about doing this regularly.
Yeah.
We would love to do this regularly. I just don't know how do we promise doing it. Like
We
we
can't
said.
promise, but we can promise we'll try.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean, you know, I think life is circling back around a little bit.
I'm slowing down a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
I think I can do it. So.
Yeah. And look, we love doing this. We love doing this. There's nothing better than during the last year or so. So many people reached out and they were like, "Look, do these. We need these. We like these." And I agree. It's just.
All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys
Absolutely.
for saying that.
And we're gonna try.
We will. We'll try.
I think we can make it work. At least more than once every year.
Yeah.
Right.
Agree. Yeah, I think we can beat that.
All right. You got anything else?
I'm good.
Until next time.
Nerd out!